Hey, Dave Austin here. A little harder to see me today, along with Jeff Flamm, my good friend, that I'm learning so much just more about this man and his faith and what drives him to be such of service. A lot of times I'll meet a lot of different people and maybe they're successful and they're successful for themselves. But I find Jeff is successful because he loves to serve. And that's what I have really become to enjoy. But today's message within my Game Readies is you're getting very used to coming in. And Tony Bodo, man, love to have you on. Look at the scenery behind me. Now, you guys can't see it all. There's a beautiful stream behind us. And then, and Tim Grasso, awesome. Glad to have you on. So, and then there's these magnificent mountain cliffs. We're up in Cottonwood Canyon. This is Jeff's offices. So in today's message, he's perfect to have a guest, because we're talking about the power of nature. Well, we're staying at his house. He's got 12 acres, and it is so magnificent. You talk about nature, you're living and breathing in it. It's just the grounds are remarkable. And then we went to your ranch over the weekend, 35 acres. So he puts himself into this incredible God-giving experience all the time. So many of us get in our offices and we don't take the time to truly go out and just experience the gift that God's given us in nature. It's so magnificent that we sometimes just forget. We get caught up. I say we get too busy to be successful. But here's a man very successful that understands that connection. So Jeff, great to have you with me today.
Yeah, it's great to be here and meet some of your followers.
Yeah. Well, tell us a little bit about why. You've been tapped into. I've seen this with you the last few days. You run several businesses, but you take the time. Family and nature are incredibly important to you. So tell me how you can keep a business running very successfully. But of course, this is your offices, so you just surround yourself in it.
Yeah. Well, my feelings are kind of in a nutshell is that life is about relationships. That's it. It's all about relationships. Your relationship with God, your Savior if you believe in Him. It's your relationship with your family, your friends, and those you do business with, you associate with. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters, really, is those relationships. And the relationship with nature is what brings you close to God and makes you feel connected with the entire world, I think. So that you're connected not only with mankind, but with all animal life and plant life as well. So it brings a wholeness to you, and it's got a very healing thing about it. As Dave mentioned, I have kind of a big yard, and I get up at 6:30 every morning and weed for an hour. You go, why would you weed for an hour? There's something healing about it when I go out and work in the dirt and the soil and plant things and weed and take care of them. It's a nurturing thing, and I think that's part of what we're here on earth for. Is God told Adam and Eve, you're to go out and take care of the world, and till the soil and take care of things by the sweat of your brow, and it's part of what we're supposed to do.
I love it. I love it. Jeff gave us a treat yesterday. He had us come to see the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. I've always heard about them, but I've never heard them live. And this auditorium that holds 23,000. It's like amazing, and the sound and all that. And I know you said even the sound in the regular place is even better, but it was still pretty magnificent. And I was inspired because they had these pictures as they're singing a full orchestra. And you're seeing nothing but the beauty of nature. And that's why I decided today would be the perfect inspired thought before I go into the Game Ready. I know a lot of you now are getting more and more familiar with tapping into the beauty of seeing things in your life and letting them and developing them into the picture you see you can move into. And that's what we always do with the Game Ready. But I always lead it with some inspiring thought. And I couldn't be here and not be lifted by the beauty of nature. And it just so happens, so I want to read you, when we went in to listen, just this one little quick piece that I love. And it says, how we spend our days is, of course, how we spend our lives. Right there, I love that opening line. It really is. How we spend our days is how we spend our lives. And for many of us, that means too much time apart from nature. Surrounded by walls, buildings, and window coverings, we don't get outside or even look outside as much as we could. Many experts agree that in general, the more time we spend in nature, the better we do on just about every measure of wellness you can imagine. Vitality, happiness, creativity, focus, even kindness and compassion. So if you feel like, man, I'm challenged with this and I don't know the answers, go out into nature and allow yourself to just fully surrender. That's what I find. The more I surrender, the more all of a sudden something amazing comes out of it. Even if I feel like I'm going backwards at times. In the Beast program, we have the monkey called Gobafo. And if I see it all of a sudden in a new light, oh, I'm just swinging back so I can propel faster forward. And many times things get revealed to me when I go out and just experience the beauty that God's given us to take full advantage of. They're here. And as you appreciate nature, nature loves to be appreciated. And so it lifts you into a new high. It lifts you into the ability to tap into a resource and an energy for you that brings you closer, that you don't feel all alone. You feel that presence. And I love it. I saw that we had said Utah. Yeah, baby, Utah. So I know, Tim, you used to live here. I don't think you do anymore. I think you're out in Southern California, but I knew you grew up here. So I really appreciate just who you are, Jeff, and it shows in everything you do. We met at it where we both spoke at an event, and I instantly felt a connectedness to you, Jeff. I could feel that spirit in him. It just shows. It wasn't anything he said. It was just who he was being. And that's truly living in that. And now I come and I see his office. I see where his home is. I see his love of his family. I see how he loves to serve. I mean, he's out weeding early in the morning just to get out and have that experience. Yet I do know you have groundsmen that are out there doing it right now. But you don't just say, okay, you guys do it, because you know there's a healing in it. Yeah. So you might, some of you I know live in New York, and you might say, well, where am I going to find it here? You know, you can find it everywhere. And in fact, when I've been in New York, I know I don't have to go very far to get out into beautiful nature. Take the time. I think the message I want is take the time just to allow yourself to feel that greater good that's in you. I'm going to go today to a PGA event. Just by coincidence, one of my clients is playing a PGA event that's here in Salt Lake. And it's interesting because one of the things that he's learned in working with me, he just told me this the other day. We had a chance to play this last Wednesday, and he says, you know, I've always been a hard worker. He was one of the top players come out of college. He hasn't made it yet as where he was in college, and other guys that he used to beat are now the top in the game. But I feel he's right on the verge, because he says the thing that's now I feel connected to, I'm not just out here trying to, I would hit thousands of balls, which is important physically to do that. He says, but I was taking no time to get quiet. I was taking no time just to feel something and build the strength and the faith in what I'm doing. So what was created for him was that he was not feeling worthy to be on the tour. And once he started taking the time and getting connected, all of a sudden now, I mean, this last tournament, I haven't seen him shoot anything. I mean, 4 under is the worst score he's had in the last few weeks. It's amazing. And that's just a metaphor for all of us in life. I mean, yeah, that's a sport. But how can we bring that to our own lives so we start performing better? I really find that if I allow myself, sometimes it takes an unwinding. We got here Friday night, went to a wonderful play. But where I am today and where I was Friday is a whole new level of inspiration. And I want to thank you for inviting us out here. It's a
great
gift.
to have you. Great family. He's here with his wife Kathy and son Daniel, and we had a great time. And
we're going to continue to have a great time. So with that said, it's time to do our game ready and just tap into so that you are creating the life that you'd love to live, rather than having your life dictate and live into your conditions. I fully believe that when we see it on a daily basis, so our subconscious mind can see it and feel it, it's so much easier to step into. Many of you have heard me say this before, but when I became #1 in tennis, it was because I saw it every day. When I played on the tour, I was never #1. This is later on in the senior tour, but I learned how to see it so fully that when I had those tough moments, I'm in a match that I could really see myself backing down. I had seen it so much that my subconscious mind encouraged me rather than saying, yes, run now, go, you're defeated, we got to get out of here. Instead, it said, you can do this, you can do this. I know with you, I'm going to say one thing with you, is turn off your
I got it.
No, but one thing
Well, I was waiting for all the callers.
Yeah, they're calling now.
They're all calling.
So I notice a routine that he does. Not only does he pick weeds every day, but he has this amazing massage machine in his room. And so what he does is, I think you said you do it every morning, right, or every night?
My wife does it every morning, and I do it at night.
So at night, what he does, this is what I call winning habits. He sits in this for 20 minutes or so and gets massaged, but then it has Bluetooth where he can listen to. So he'll listen to scripture, he'll take a great book that's going to inspire him. So while he's having his body totally massaged, he's also lifting his mind as he just relaxes. Isn't that awesome? That's what I call a winning habit.
Yeah, it's a
So,
great one.
you know, when I look at the success you've had in life, there's a pattern to why you can step into any challenge and take it on with grace rather than this, oh no, you know. So that's awesome. So with that said, I want you to take a moment and let's feed and think about what you're grateful for. Just take a moment. We all have so much to be grateful for, but sometimes we just forget because we get caught up in a moment of challenges. And when you start being grateful and you start feeding the gratitude that can be here for you, all of a sudden life just shifts. It changes right in this very instance. And that's why I do this every Monday, not just because that you're going to hear this one time. It's because I want you to be committed to start every week this way. And then start like he does every night or every morning. I was just on our Elite Beast Mode On call, and Lisa said, you know what? She says, every night now, I write 10 things I'm grateful for. This has totally, completely changed my life. Completely changed my life. And she's a coach, and I can feel the strength. So I get her excited because now her clients are gaining because she has tapped into something that's so powerful. And that just, it spreads. So think about what you're grateful for. Nancy, got to go back to work. Hope you're grateful for that work that you do. And you'll come back, I know, and watch the rest of the recording. I am so grateful that you even come on. And Ian, good to have you on. You've become so much more of a regular. And I see your post, and I see that magic. You know, Einstein said either everything is a miracle or nothing's a miracle. You choose how you want to live it. So tap into that gratitude. Now close your eyes. And you can either close your eyes or you can look right with your eyes open right behind me and just start experience. If you got your eyes closed, see the beauty of some place you like to put yourself in nature and feel the strength of that. Feel the energy, how it lifts you. Nature loves to be appreciated, so as you appreciate nature, you're feeling this strength that goes beyond yours, and you just have to surrender to it and say yes to it. So let's breathe it in. Take just 4 really deep breaths through your nose and breathe out your mouth. The more you do, the more you can feel that inner strength come to you. It's always here for us, or we just forget. And so as you tap into it, you tap into this greater gift that goes beyond just you, and you feel connected to that greater presence. So walk in that fully, and now walk through the next gate. As you walk through that gate, there you are in your life. And I want you to just, while you're in this inspired moment, so that all these thoughts are not getting in your way, just allow yourself, seeing yourself, living that life in full integrity. And because of that fullness of your integrity, people want to do things with you. Because they know your word is your word. Your truth is your truth. And that's just who you are. And see yourself. And so seeing your life lift up. All of a sudden, people come into your life that just start supporting you, and you're supporting them because you have grounded yourself in this life of integrity. Truth is truth. And you've decided that you're living fully in it. And so now just see yourself in that and see that which you desire happening so that you're living it, and just feel what that feels like. What a gift it is to live in that, to feel that and see that, and just breathe it in. So now your subconscious mind is taking it in. So as you meet a challenge, the subconscious mind says, oh no, that's just an opportunity, not a challenge. You're shifting into seeing that and living life at a higher level. You're flying with the eagles because you've grounded yourself in that strength. Now walk back through the gate, come back into this place of nature. As I say, it can be right here with us, or a place you've chosen to be in. And just be grateful for the beauty that you're surrounded yourself in. That you can come here wherever you are and be lifted into a higher energy. Go to a well of water running ice cold, drink from it. Oh my gosh. Feel how inspiring it is. Just drinking and feeling it run through your veins. What a way to gift yourself every day. This week is going to be a magnificent week for you because you've decided, no matter what's going on, you're making a choice now to this day, to step one step today, fully. As I said earlier, you know, I love this sentence. How we spend our days is, of course, how we spend our lives. So how are you going to spend your day today? Send it in the beauty of what you've surrounded yourself in. And bring this so others can feel the power of your energy. Come back through the gate, open your eyes, and take that gift that you've received here because you've become aware. Half the battle is being aware. Aware when there's a negative thought that you are, all it is it's taking you down. But the moment you have aware of it, say, no, that's not me. And then think how you turn that around into a positive, and all of a sudden the shift is happening. So your very presence lights other people up because you're living in the strength of that energy. Have a great week. I'll talk to you all next week. What a blessing it is to be with you, my friend.
Same here, Dave. Enjoy, everyone.